Hello, Red Wing enthusiasts. That's what you guys are. So what we have here, I know I've probably reviewed this before, but I just happen to be wearing them today. So these are the 9096s, which are a Caverly. They call it a Caverly Chukka, which is, and the color happens to be Cigar, Caverly Cigar, something like that. Cigar. I guess it's Caverly. So I guess what that Caverly stands for is it's a calfskin leather. And I just kind of looked up what calfskin was, and it says any cow that's like 3 years and younger, and it has not. I guess it has not been bred. So that's interesting. I guess that really makes these things really supple. Nice soft leather. It's pretty shiny, obviously. These are factory seconds, and they seem pretty comfortable. They're one of the more dressier of the bunch. I'll be wearing these to a funeral tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Saturday. I think these are pretty appropriate. They look like Allen Edmonds, or they look like what is that? Florsheim's. All those different brands that have a nice dress shoe look. So Red Wing produced a pretty nice little dress shoe. And it is a Chukka, so it's a little bit, you don't see your socks and stuff. And yeah, I like them. They're cool, but they are just a bit narrow. I did stretch them a little bit, but they do have a, I guess it's the same last as the Postman, because the Postman run narrow for me. These are size 9Ds, and maybe 9Es would fit better, or maybe even like a 9.5D, because that's what I usually wear for a Postman. 9.5 seems to be a better size for me. But this leather is real nice. It's just very supple. It didn't take much to break them in. And they do have wrinkles in them, but that's just part of it. Calf skin does wrinkle. It's not as smooth as, what is that, shell cordovan. So shell cordovan, I was told, is it's the horse hide. It's the rump of the horse, like the quarter, I guess, just above its back legs, like the part like kind of where the saddle ends. And that's a really highly prized leather. It's very expensive, and they only get really, out of each horse, there's only like about what looks like maybe like a 2 to 3 foot inch diameter, two pieces of cordovan leather, maybe 2 or 3 feet in diameter. So that's like 2 discs. I think they can only make maybe like 1 or 2 pairs of shoes, depending on how big the shoes are, or boots, from each horse. So that's why they're so expensive. And the Horween leather company, that's the one that's known for their shell cordovan. But these are not shells, of course. These are just calf skin. So it's a pretty nice, feels pretty durable. I think these should last a long time. The cool thing about these is it has you can see it has looks like a storm welt or Norwegian welt. So for a dress shoe, that's kind of cool. And I don't think I talked about this earlier, but man, that heel is so wide. I mean, I would say it's probably an 1/8 to a 1/16 of an inch maybe in diameter, or not diameter, but the edges are that much like wider than any of the Beckmans or like the Pecos boots, whatever uses the heel cap. It's like, yeah, it's really it's a beefy, it's really sturdy looking. I like that it is just really, it's not like a skinny little, thin, I guess like a European cut. It's very American, almost like G-men, back from the 50s and 60s where they had like the big wingtips. These are bluchers, I guess you could call them bluchers, but is that how it's pronounced? I don't know if it's bluchers or blukers. But of course it's a Chukka. But it reminds me of like the pilot shoes, the Navy pilot shoes that are kind of like a round toe. So a little bit pointy, but yeah, they're not bad. My feet feel okay in them, but it feels like I could use just a little more distance on there. But yeah, and this has got a real thick leather sole too. This midsole is really thick, including the what is this? It's not the chemi gum. What do they call this? The grow cord medallion So these look like a pretty good thick, you know, I like how thick this sole looks. It's just nice and beefy. I don't like little thin soles. They just look so Italian. I like the Italian shoes. I like these big, thick American, you know, hefty, long-lasting, I guess utilitarian look. So yeah, pretty cool. I never did get into those little thin, well, I confess I was into the thin little like disco shoes back in the 70s and the 80s, but now I'm back to Americana, good old Red Wings, and yeah, this is Chukka. So what I noticed is, I'm not sure it's because these are factory seconds, but this part just hits at the wrong spot right here. It's kind of digging into my ankle a little bit, but so I kind of fold it back and kind of soften it up. But overall, it's not bad. For 2 whole eyelets, they're pretty snug. You know, you can just, it holds your ankle down pretty well. And I did notice that this side is a little bit off center, the holes. Maybe that's what made it a factory second. But the leather's good. It's got a little bit of nick here, a little bit of a scuff. I may clean it up. But these were dusty as all heck. They were in my garage. So I just wipe them down with my fingers. That's about all I do. I could, like I said, I could polish them, but I think they look pretty good the way they are. Good for a funeral, a wedding or funeral. Yep, cool stuff. Thanks for watching.